I don't know if this intro is entirely pointless because it is so windy. I have no idea if you can hear me. But every year we come out to see the grouse lek, and that's where we are today. So we're currently watching some black grouse out on the moor lecking away. It's such a nice yearly tradition. We've just come back to the car for a warm-up. It is always cold when we come to watch the grouse. I think the first time we bought hot water bottles to put under our jackets. The second time it snowed. It's currently April, by the way. And this time we thought it'd be a lot warmer because it's about 8 degrees. But it's so windy and the wind is just biting. The area we're in, there's just like nothing to stop the wind, so it really just barrels through. And this year the lek was over really quickly. We're here at the same time that we normally come, and we did see them lekking, but it was over super fast and they all flew into a different field that we can't see from our position. So I'm glad that we got to see them, but I'm sorry it was over so quickly. So we've driven up to the Cabrach, which is a really large, rural and mostly depopulated area. So in its height, it had about 1,000 people living here in the 1800s, but now there are about 70. So there's a lot of abandoned farmhouses. We're just on our way to our second abandoned farmhouse of the day, and my stomach is so confused right now. We get up really early to go and watch the black grouse, so my stomach thinks it's lunchtime because we're on a walk. We've already been out for a while, but it's currently sort of like 8:30 in the morning, but definitely in need of a second breakfast. Crossbills. So the second farmhouse might not be as abandoned as we thought. It looks like it's not lived in, but it still looks like it's very much used. And there are some cows with their calves, so we want to leave them undisturbed. So whilst I'm finally a little bit sheltered from the wind, I just wanted to add sort of why, or a couple of the reasons why the Cabrach is now so depopulated. So, sorry, I thought I could hear something rustling behind me. There's so many creepy noises because of the wind, but it is really just because of the wind. Anyway, yes, so there's two main reasons that I've read about that causes depopulation. The first was industrialization in the early 1900s. So lots of people moved away from the Cabrach towards the cities for work. But then also World War I, so lots of the men and boys died, both during the war itself, but also after, because they had little immunity to some of the diseases that they encountered while they were out there. If anybody could tell me what this building was for and what the structure inside of it did, I'd be really grateful, because it looks really interesting and I have no idea. I'm just hiding from the wind again at our fourth and final farmhouse. I've had such a lovely day. It's just really nice to come out to somewhere a little bit different, see something a little bit different. And the Cabrach is also an area of outstanding natural beauty, and it is full of wildlife. We've seen some really lovely birds today. We've just got the closest I've ever got to a lapwing. I think just because it's so windy, they're just hunkering down on the ground. We've seen crossbills. We've of course seen red grouse, black grouse. It's really worth a visit. It's such a lovely area. And we were chatting to another bird watcher. It's so funny because we saw him this morning and he was sat in his car with the window open, and we were like that's a bit weird. Who'd be out in their car? What's he doing just sat in his car? Exactly the same thing as us. I don't know why we were so suspicious. Anyway, he was super lovely, and he was telling us that the Cabrach is a really good area to see short-eared owl, hen harriers and golden eagle. So definitely a reason to come back. Thank you so much for joining me on this small adventure, and I will see you next time. I don't know if this... Our breath.